My name is Sunday Bada. I am here again to teach you guys how to track the level of your stock in your organization. We have this report, product name, that show the stock level of the product that we have in stock. iPhone 12 we have 56, iPhone 14 we have 46 iPhones. Now let's assume that our reorder level is 10. 10 10 mean that whenever our stock gets to 10, it mean that we need to reorder or it has become low stock. Anything below 10 or equals to 10, it mean that we have low stock in the system. If we have in stock, it mean that we have more than enough stock. Anything greater than 10, we have enough stock. Low stock, it mean that we have anything that is equals to 10 or below 10. Out of stock means that if we have a stock that equals to 0, it mean that we are out of stock. Now before we proceed, we need to put the status of each inventory here. First thing, press is equal to, we are going to use if. The if with x, it's more than one condition. If we have ordinary if, single one with one condition, anyone that has x, it means that it's more than what? More than one condition. Ifs with x, bracket. The first question ifs we ask you, ifs function, is what is your logical test? My logical test is that if this stock level here equals to 0, comma, if the value is true, if this space is equals to 0, what do you want me to return? Okay, I want you to return, it means that out of stock, out stock with double dot here, the double. Now the next thing, press comma, it will ask you for the logical test 2. The logical test 2, if this space, this B2, if it is what? If it is less than or equals to 10, it means that, comma, when you put the comma, it will now ask you if the value is true, what do you want me to put there? I want you to put low stock, double quote, type low stock with double dots, with double quotes. Now the next thing, press comma again, the logical test 3, which is the final one. You now click here, say if this space, this be true, if it is greater than, this sign means greater than, this sign means less than, this sign means equals to. Now you now say if this be true, greater than 10, it means that we have enough stock. Press comma, if the value is true, I want you to put in stock, it means that we have enough stock with double quotes, then close the bracket and press enter. When you want to start this if function, don't start with the low or in stock and put the or out of stock at the last, otherwise it will see only the low stock for a 0 level. Come here, when it turns to black, double click it, it will give you the level of the stock that we have. Here you will see that we have 0, it means that out of stock we have 65, this one is more than 10. Low stock, anything below 10 or 10 equals to 10 or 10. If I change this one to 10, it will still give me what? Low stock, unless if I change it to 11. Yes, you see that it's give me in stock, but let me put it back to 9. If I put it to 9, it will give me what? Low stock. Fine. The next thing we are going to do, I'm going to put this one down. Let me put this one down. Press Ctrl Shift plus. It will ask you question. The question it will ask you is that shift the cell down. To put that sheet down, the cell, click OK. Let me zoom in. You see that the is down now. Now the next thing, I want to copy the header of this one. Let me put it up. Now the next thing I want us to do is to do what? Checkbox. So inside checkbox here, highlight the 3. When you highlight the 3, come to the inside here and you will see the checkbox here and click the checkbox, or you can use the shortcut Alt NCB. It will give you what? The checkbox that you can click on. This see checkbox. Now let's unclick this. When you click this, it means that truth. When you did not click it, it means that it is not truth. Now when we want to use the formula for filter, you will see it. Now the first filter, the formula we are going to use to filter for the in stock and low stock and out stock is called filter. Filter. Press tab. The first question the filter will ask us is the array. Where is our array? Come down here. You will select it from here, from where the product starts, not from the product name, because we have header already here. Therefore, you don't need to select the header. You will select this range of data. Highlight it. The next thing, comma, it will ask you for the include. Include what? Before you press that, you will need to press bracket, open bracket one, open bracket second time. Then you are going to say if this space E2 is what? Is equal to truth. The truth they are talking here is mean that when you click this, it means that that's truth is talking about. Then close the bracket, multiply it. The multiply means that equivalent it with what? With this status. Going to equivalent it with status. What is the status? Is the in stock or low stock or out stock? The status we have here, open the bracket first before you begin, multiply. It means that you want to equivalent it with what? The column of this status. You will highlight the status here, highlight the column. The way I highlight it, then you now say if this status is equal to what? To in stock, because E2 is what? This E2 is in stock, is equals to in stock bracket. The next thing is close the bracket. When you close the bracket the second time again and add the plus sign. When you add the plus sign, you begin another one, the low stock. We are through with the in stock now. Start with what? Open the bracket first time, open the bracket second time. We are going to say if this F2 low stock is equal to what? Is equals to truth. The truth they are talking about, that when you click it, if it is equals to truth, close the bracket and multiply it and equivalent it with what? Open another bracket. Go and select the column of what? The status here. Highlight it. When you select the column, if it is equals to what? What is under the F2? If it is equals to low stock. Again, next thing, close the bracket first time, close the bracket second time, add the plus sign again, open another bracket, open. Now the last step we wanted to do now is that if this G2, this one, equals to truth, press tab. If this equals to truth, close the brackets, multiply it with what? With the range, with the status. Before you do that, open the bracket again. It means that if this G2, when we click it, if it is out of stock, let's go to the status of that report, select this column. When you select this column, it means that if this column, if it is equal, any of these status equals to out of stock, double dots, out stock with double dots. Let me come up so that we can see it clearly. Yes, fine. Then we do what? We close the bracket first time. We close the bracket second time. Then the next thing that we are going to do, we are through with what? We are through with the filter. Then with the last thing that is asking us include. You press comma. Therefore, it will jump to the next question that it will ask you. If empty, we don't need that. Just close the bracket and press enter. Then we are through. Press enter. Now it will not give us anything until if I click in stock, it will bring out the list of the stock that we have. You see, all the in stock in stock. Now let me put this one at the center, Alt HAC. so that they will be at the center. The same thing, let me first click everything so that we arrange everything at the center. Alt HAC. Perfect. The next thing we are going to do is to put border. I want to put border. I highlight everything like this. Control Shift arrow to the right, arrow down, then press Alt HBA to put border. Now we have put border. Perfect. But if I click this one, you will see that I'm having some border here. It doesn't look professional. Therefore, I want to see only border wherever I do what? I click on. If I only filter for only low stock and out stock, you should only put border to only that one, not putting border to the empty cell. Like this one, if I put this one, you see now, it's putting. Therefore, there's a way we can do what? To rectify this issue, to only put border to the one I filter out. What function can we use to do that? We can use conditional formatting under the home to rectify the problem. The first thing that we need to do is that, let me first remove the border that is there. Remove this border first. Come to the home. Click on the no border. Now we have removed the border. Make sure you click on everything. You selected everything. Perfect now. Now you will now highlight everything. Control Shift arrow to the right, arrow down. Now we have selected everything. Under the home, you will see conditional formatting. Click on conditional formatting. Click on the new rule and click on the use a formula to determine which cell to format. Let me zoom out so that we can see it clearly. Now here, you now say equals to, come to the first one here, which is A2, where the product name starts. Now let's go back. You will see this dollar sign at these two. Anything number is row, like row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Now I don't want to lock that row. I want the row to go down because whenever we filter down, I want it to be selecting the row. Therefore, we are going to remove the dollar sign because it's a lock. But the alphabet, which is column A, column B, column C, I want to select only column A because whenever I type anything or select anything under the column A, it should put border automatically and the color. Now let me go back. Therefore, you are going to say if this A2 is less than or equals to, you now press the double dot here, the double column. Therefore, come to the format, click on the format, come up, see the, click on the outline, and again, I want you to fill to put color as well. This orange, whenever I filter something out, I want it to have this color orange. Select the color orange as well. When you select it, come down, you see the color orange here, and click OK. And click OK. Perfect. Let me zoom in. Now you see now, it has put border and the color as well. If I only select the low stock and the out of stock, it pick for only that color without no border at the bottom. If I select only out of stock, it only select the inventory that are out of stock, which is Nokia phone, Tank S phone, and Airbud. If I select everything, it will put the border and the color automatically. If you look at this report, you will see that something is still wrong that I don't like about this report, because I'm seeing in stock, out stock, low stock. They are in between. They are not what? In order. There's something we can use another formula to arrange the status in what? In order. What formula can we use to do that? The formula we are going to use, that the function that we are going to use is sorting. Therefore, you come to here. Let me see if I can zoom out. Back of the filter, type sort. Sort. You see the sort? Press tab to select it. The first question the sort will ask you is your array. The array will represent what? The formula we use for all these filter. It will represent. We now go and put comma at the end of this formula. Now let's go at the last end, put comma. The question it will ask you The question the sorting will ask you is asking us for the sort index. What is your sort index you want to use, the column you want to use? Column A, column B, and column C. It means that column C is 3. 1, 2, 3, which is column C. Just put 3 here. That I want to sort based on the column 3. Press comma again. It will ask us for the next question. Sort order. How do you want to sort it? Is it in ascending order or descending order? If it is in ascending order, you put 1. If you want it from the descending order, you put -1. Ascending order means that from A to Z. But if it is descending order, it means that from Z to A. Therefore, let's put 1. Yes, and close the brackets and press enter. You will see that it has arranged it alphabetically from I, L, O, in stock, low stock, out of stock. If I select anyone now, it will arrange it what? Alphabetically. If I select in stock and the out of stock, it will pick from I and O alphabetically. That is it. How to track the level of your stock in your organization. Thank you for listening. I remain Sunday Bada. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Bye.